Hello! Today I am going to show you how to make amazing paper cut snowflakes. First thing you need to know about snowflakes is that they are hexagons. They are not squares. So if you were in kindergarten and the first thing you learn about making a snowflake is that you fold the paper up and you do the easy folds like this. And then maybe you do another one like that. And what's going to happen when you do this is your snowflake is going to end up being a square shape with 4 sides. So that's not a snowflake. Snowflakes have 6 sides. However, folding a paper for 6 sides is a lot more complicated because the angles are not so easy to reproduce, and you'd have to guess where the lines are. So it would be something like this. So you could guess. First thing I would do is I'd try and figure out where the middle is, and then you kind of fold it like that, and you have to guess that this is as much as that. It's kind of hard to figure out. So if I guess though, I'm going to guess that. And I'm going to fold this one this way. And that's a pretty good guess. I have a lot of experience doing this. So that was a pretty good guess, and I was able to fold it 3 times. So now I'm going to show you that if I do a simple cut here, I have a 6-sided piece of paper, and that is a snowflake shape. That is a hexagon. To help you get started with making a 6-sided snowflake, I have made this PDF, which you can print out, and then you can fold it from here. If you don't have this file, or if you don't have a printer, I'm going to show you how to draw this quickly. If you do have a printer and you do have the file, you can skip ahead to the folding section. Okay, friends, here's the instructions for making your own hexagon. First thing I need to do is fold the paper in half. Make sure your corners are perfectly aligned. And then this is something I'm going to talk about more, but when you fold the paper, don't just bend it a little bit. You really have to put a tight crease in it. That really helps make for a great snowflake. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out where the middle is. And of course, the easiest way to figure out where the middle is just to fold it in the corners. And I'm going to put a tiny, tiny little crease right there. Okay? And then I'm going to mark where I made my little crease. Okay, this is a protractor, and hopefully you have one. Very useful little tool. And I'm going to put the center hole right here. I'm going to measure to 60 degrees here. There's 0, 60. And I'm going to come over here to 120. And I'm going to put another little dash right there. I'm going to make them extra dark so you can see them on the video here. But you should make them as lightly as possible. Now I'm going to use my ruler to draw lines from the center point that I made through the degree lines. And I'm going to go all the way out to the edge. All right, if you have done this, you now have basically the same thing that I uploaded in my file. And you are ready to proceed to the next step of making snowflakes. Okay, friends, if you skipped ahead, welcome back. We're ready to go. I'm going to show you about making the snowflake. The most important thing is to make sure that your folds are very, very tight. So first thing I'm going to do is fold the paper in half. Now, if you printed this out, I'm not sure that this line is exactly in the middle in between here and here because your printer may have shifted it a little bit during printing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the edge and find the line right there. And I'm going to make a little crease right on the line. Then I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. Being very careful. I'm going to put a little crease over there. Now I have these two. I can kind of squeeze them together, pull them, and as I bend the paper, I make sure it's right on the line. Perfectly on the line. Now I'm not just going to fold it, I'm going to crease it. I'm going to press down hard and really put a bend in it. Okay, here's the next step. With the lines facing up, I'm going to bend from this center point right here and fold this direction. So I've got this paper, I'm going to fold it up this way, and I'm going to make sure it's right on the line. Okay, so on the line over here now, I'm going to push down hard and crease the paper that way. All right, see it coming together? Now you might be tempted to do that, but what I'm going to do is flip this over and do it on the back side. And this will actually help you make your snowflakes even better. So I'm going to line up the edge here with the outside edge perfectly and put a nice crease in it. All right, that's what it looks like. It's kind of folded accordion style. Now, can you see this little corner here? Right there. That's the corner of the paper. And here's one hiding back here. I'm going to find this one. And I'm going to put a little dot right there on top of the paper. So now I have two dots. And I'm going to draw an arc between the two dots like this. Nice big arc. Starts on one side, ends on the other one like that. That's going to help me when I use the scissors, because now I'm going to cut off the extra paper that I don't need. So here's what I've got now. I've got a piece of pie with 6 pieces in it, and that's going to make a hexagon once we start cutting out. So I'm just going to fold it up. I always say that one of the most fun things about making snowflakes is not unfolding it until you're finished, because then you get to see the surprise. Okay, so here's a couple of hints about making a snowflake. First of all, you can do whatever you want on this edge, because it's not holding it together. So if you want to just go crazy and make something like this, that's okay. You can do whatever you want to that side. But on this side, you can't cut a big piece out, because what's going to happen is it's just going to fall apart at that point. You need your sides to be strong to hold the snowflake together. So when I come in from the sides, I'm going to make sure I leave plenty of paper on. And I'm going to do some things. One thing I love to do are mustaches, because they turn out really neat. They look like tiger stripes. And on the other side, you can make, if you make half shapes, like I'm going to make a heart right here. And that will turn that half a heart, and that's going to turn into a beautiful heart shape. And then maybe right here, I'll put a diamond shape. Now, you see how much paper I left in here and in here? That's to make sure it holds it together. And a real secret here is if you cut at the bottom of the cone shape, you can make a beautiful star. So I'm going to make, you could just make a simple diamond like this. Okay, that would make a really nice point. But I'm going to try something a little fancier. I'm going to make it look like this. I'm going to make a crown shape. Okay, so now this is all these areas are areas that I'm going to cut out. So, should we get to making the super snowflake? All right, I waited. It's kind of interesting. I see a little dragon shape here. Doesn't that look like a dragon? That was an accident. I don't think it's going to look like that once I unfold it, but maybe I can try to make a dragon snowflake at some point. All right, here it comes, the big reveal. How about that? Notice how it says 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, friends, have fun making snowflakes. If you have any questions, please ask. And happy holidays.